Did you know? Babies have an inherent sense of rhythm. Yep, even the tiniest newborn can feel the beat. From day one, your little bundle of joy might just be ready to bust a move. Research shows that even newborns have an innate sense of rhythm. That's right. Babies can perceive and respond to beats in music, suggesting this ability isn't just learned but built in. Studies reveal that babies can recognize a regular pulse, a beat, and even distinguish it from irregular rhythms. Their tiny brains are wired for it. Using EEG, researchers found that sleeping newborns notice when a beat goes missing in a sequence. Their brains react like, "Hey, where's my jam?" This response is called mismatch negativity. This natural rhythm may have been crucial for our evolution, think dancing, making music, and even learning to talk. So, the next time you sing a nursery rhyme, remember your baby's got rhythm. Embrace those musical moments, they're more important for development than you might think. Did you know? Catatumbo lightning is a lightning phenomenon occurs in Venezuela, where lightning strikes in the same place up to 280 times per hour. Nestled where the Catatumbo River meets Lake Maracaibo, this natural wonder lights up the sky for up to 160 nights a year. That's 10 hours of electrifying beauty every night. The lightning can strike up to 280 times per hour at its peak. Now, why does this happen? Warm, moist air from the Caribbean meets cool mountain winds from the Andes, creating a perfect storm, literally. The rising warm air forms towering cumulonimbus clouds, sparking this electrifying display. And get this, methane from nearby swamps and oil fields might even boost the charge. Historically, sailors called it the Lighthouse of Maracaibo because you could see it from hundreds of kilometers away. Did you know? The Great Barrier Reef, located off the coast of Australia, is the world's largest coral reef system. Stretching over 2,300 kilometers along Australia's northeast coast, the Great Barrier Reef is like nature's version of a blockbuster movie. It's so vast it's larger than Italy and the UK combined. But it's not just one giant reef. Picture this, a complex system of around 3,000 individual reefs and over 900 islands. That's a lot of coral. Home to an astonishing array of marine life, from 400 types of hard coral to 1,500 species of fish. And don't forget the 6 species of marine turtles. It's basically nature's underwater metropolis. Recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, it also holds immense cultural value for over 70 traditional owner groups. But it's not all smooth sailing. Climate change, poor water quality, and pesky crown-of-thorns starfish are serious threats. Did you know? Mushrooms share more DNA with humans than plants. Mushrooms belong to the kingdom fungi, which is quite different from plants. Unlike plants, mushrooms don't do photosynthesis. They absorb nutrients from their surroundings, much like we do. Interesting, right? What's even cooler is that mushrooms have cell walls made of chitin, the same stuff in insect shells, while plants use cellulose. And when it comes to energy, mushrooms store it as glycogen. Guess who else does that? Us humans! Studies comparing DNA sequences show fungi are genetically closer to animals than plants. We share many genes involved in crucial processes like DNA replication, protein synthesis, and even how we break down carbohydrates. Phylogenetic studies place fungi as the sister group to animals, forming the Opisthokonta clade. Meanwhile, plants branch off much earlier. So, the next time you see a mushroom, remember, it's not just a tasty pizza topping, it's a distant cousin. Did you know? Cotton is one of the world's most important cash crops. Cotton isn't just for your favorite pair of jeans. It's a cash crop that fuels economies worldwide, from India to China, the USA to Brazil. Dating back centuries, cotton has shaped societies, especially in the American South. It's more than a textile superstar. It's a job creator and an economic engine. Beyond comfy clothes, cotton's versatility is astounding. Think bed sheets, curtains, and even tents. And it doesn't stop there. Cottonseed is valuable feed, and cottonseed oil sneaks into your kitchen and cosmetics. Linters, the short fibers left on seeds, make medical supplies and even banknotes. Growing cotton needs sunshine, moderate rain, and a nice long frost-free period. Whether hand-picked or harvested by machine, these fluffy bowls are vital for a myriad of products. Did you know? Pigeon poop was used to produce gunpowder. Back in the 18th century, pigeon poop wasn't just a mess on your car. It was a prized ingredient for making gunpowder. Yes, really. The magic lies in saltpeter or potassium nitrate found in bird and bat droppings. This was the oxygen supplier for that explosive mix of gunpowder. Add some charcoal and sulfur and boom, you've got yourself a bang. But getting saltpeter was no stroll through the park. Collecting droppings, soaking, filtering, boiling, it was like cooking a very smelly soup. And this soup powered armies. Nations even had saltpeter men scouring lands for this precious resource, sometimes causing quite a stink with landowners. Imagine arguing over bird poop rights. Eventually industrial methods took over, and the reliance on droppings declined. Did you know? Hamburg has more bridges than any other city in the world. Hamburg, a major port city in northern Germany, has between 2,300 and 2,500 bridges. Venice? Merely around 400. Amsterdam? Just over 1,200. And London? A paltry 200. Why so many bridges in Hamburg? It's all about geography. The Elbe River and its tributaries, plus a labyrinth of canals, crisscross the city. These waterways were once bustling trade routes, making bridges essential for roads, railways, and footpaths. From the iconic Kohlbrandbrücke to the historic Ellerntorsbrücke, each bridge tells a story. The Überseebrücke, Katwickbrücke, Brucksbrücke, and Zollernbrücke add their unique flair. Hamburg's bridges are so legendary the city is dubbed the Venice of the North, and with the Speicherstadt, its historic warehouse district, earning UNESCO World Heritage status in 2015. Did you know? Your nose can detect over 1 trillion scents. How does it do it? When you take a sniff, tiny molecules float into your nose and meet millions of nerve cells called olfactory sensory neurons. These neurons are like tiny detectives, each with a unique receptor. Imagine these receptors as locks and the scents as keys. When a match is found, an electric signal zooms to your brain's olfactory bulb, and voila, you smell a fresh cookie. And here's the kicker. It's a bit of combinatorial magic. Just 400 types of receptors can identify 1 trillion smells. So, next time you catch a whiff of something delightful, remember, your nose is a true marvel of nature. Did you know? Your liver is the only visceral organ in your body with an astonishing ability to regenerate. When damage occurs, the liver pulls off a trick called compensatory hyperplasia. This means the remaining liver tissue enlarges and liver cells multiply to restore the lost mass. Now let's break it down. First up is the initiation phase. Within hours of injury, signaling pathways activate, and growth factors prime liver cells for replication. Next, we enter the proliferation phase, where hepatocytes or liver cells multiply rapidly, thanks to growth factors like HGF and EGF. Finally, we have the termination phase, where the liver stops growing once it hits its original mass. In healthy folks, the liver can regenerate half its mass in about 30 days. That's why liver transplants and resections are possible. But do keep in mind, chronic liver disease or severe damage can hamper this amazing process. Did you know? Whenever a popular TV show episode goes into a break in the United Kingdom, the electricity companies boost the electricity supply. It's a phenomenon known as TV pickup. When a popular TV show hits a break, millions in the UK switch on their kettles to make tea. And you thought tea was just a drink. British kettles are power-hungry beasts, drawing 2.5 to 3 kilowatts each. This synchronized tea making causes a massive electricity surge. Picture this, a 2,800 megawatt spike after a dramatic football match, enough to power 1.2 million homes. The National Grid's energy balancing team is on it, predicting these surges by monitoring TV schedules and even juicy storylines. Fast response hydro plants, standby generators, and electricity imports from neighbors help manage the load. Sure, streaming has eased this a bit, but live events still keep the tradition, and the surge alive. Did you know? If you unwind all the DNA in a single human cell and stretch it out, it would be about 2 meters. DNA is like a twisted ladder made up of tiny building blocks called nucleotides. Our genome has about 6 billion of these base pairs. Stretched out, that's about 2 meters long, but here's the kicker. This DNA has to fit into a nucleus that's only about 10 micrometers in diameter. Mind-blowing, right? So how does it do it? First, DNA wraps around proteins called histones forming nucleosomes. Think of it like winding thread around a spool. Then, these nucleosomes coil and fold into chromatin fibers. Finally, during cell division, chromatin condenses into chromosomes. It's like the ultimate space-saving hack. So next time you're struggling with a packed suitcase, just remember, your cells are the real packing pros. Did you know? The muscles that move our eyes are the most active in the body. Your eye muscles move around 100,000 times a day. From constant adjustments called saccades, helping you scan your environment, to tracking moving objects. These muscles are non-stop. But wait, there's more. Even when you think you're staring at something still, your eyes are making micro movements to keep the image sharp. And don't forget blinking. That's teamwork between different muscles. Your eye muscles also counteract head movements to keep your view stable. All this action, yet they rarely tire out. Kudos to their unique muscle fibers and rich blood supply. Oh, and did I mention? These muscles are controlled by 3 cranial nerves, ensuring perfect coordination and precision. Did you know? Human hair follicles produce small amounts of hydrogen peroxide. Normally it's a harmless byproduct of cellular metabolism, but as we age, hydrogen peroxide levels rise and catalase, the enzyme that breaks it down, drops. This causes melanin, our hair's pigment, to oxidize and poof, gray hair. Fun fact, the hair industry uses high levels of this peroxide to bleach hair, but be careful, it can damage your lovely locks. Did you know? China is the world's largest producer of rice, followed by India. China's the heavyweight champion, producing around 145 million metric tons of rice in 2024-2025. That's roughly 27% of the world's total rice. And they sure do love their rice, consuming most of it themselves. Now let's talk about their neighbor, India. India's hot on China's heels with 147 million metric tons. Yep, you heard right. They might just outrice China this year. Plus, India's the global rice export king, shipping out over 40% of the world's rice. But here's the kicker. While China's yields are higher, India spreads its rice love far and wide. So who reigns supreme? The answer, my friends, is a bit of a draw. Both giants are feeding the world, one grain at a time. Like and subscribe for more fun facts.